international student, you only have between 15 to 20 hours to work abroad, but in Switzerland you have the privilege to work full-time. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Wendo. If it's your first time of coming across my page, don't make it your last. Click on the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so that you get notified whenever I post a video. Have you missed me? You didn't send me a message to tell me you missed me. Yeah, I got quite some messages from Instagram asking, Wendo, are you okay? You haven't posted a video in a while. Yes, I have been so busy. God have mercy. It's becoming adulthood is beginning to adult. Yes, it's beginning to adult. Yeah, and sometimes you look at what pays more, you put all your emphasis on that angle. As you know, I am a mother, I am a working mom, and it's not easy. So I have just, and I started a little thing on the side. So all my emphasis is on that side, but never mind, this is not why we're here. So today I am here to tell you, if you're planning to study in Switzerland for the year 2025, these are some of the things you need to pay emphasis on. With the high rates of dollar and pounds to euro to Swiss franc, for me, I think if you're traveling abroad to study, do not go to incur a lot of loans. That is why I always come to bring content about Switzerland to you. That is why I am always here to provide content about Switzerland, because I spoke to my cousin that went to do masters just last year, September, in the UK, and he told me just for accommodation and tuition fee every month he is paying 1,300 every month. So in a year he's going to make sure he pay up to 18,000 for his tuition fee, which I find really ridiculous. He have not put in his transportation, he has not put in his food. I felt so sad for him, because as an international student, you only have between 15 to 20 hours to work abroad, but in Switzerland you have the privilege to work full-time when you are on holiday and 15 hours when you are not on holiday. So I don't know why people are choosing to go to country where they borrow money, where they lend money from microfinance, incur a lot of debt because you are trying to travel. My cousin was like, if he had the opportunity, he would go back to Nigeria, because when he was in Nigeria, when people abroad tell him that they don't have money or they are working 2 to 3 jobs, he didn't understand. But now coming here, he's taking his heart out to everybody that lives abroad. If you have lived abroad for some years now, you know it is not easy, but when you figure out how to go about it, it will make life a lot easier for you. So I am bringing you Switzerland for 2025. If you're thinking to do a master's program or a PhD program in Switzerland for the year 2025, or in any country, I think you should consider Switzerland. And these are the reasons why you should consider Switzerland. Before you are looking for a master's program, you don't have to go where you know somebody. Go where it is going to be cheaper for you. Go where it's going to favor you. So look for schools, choose the right university for yourself. Don't go to the UK because you know somebody in the UK. You don't know how they got their money. Look for in a country. There are a lot of countries in Europe, even in Sweden, master's program is free. In Switzerland, you pay as low as 500 per semester to study. So why are people rushing to England, to America, to Canada, where you are paying 18,000, 20,000, 10,000 per semester? Why? You can learn the language. You can learn the language, because I think the language is the most difficult thing for most people why they are going to other countries. So let me tell you, choose the right university that is going to give you peace of mind, that you are not overstressed while you are trying to study. They have a lot of cheap universities in Switzerland. You have the ETH, you have the University of Zurich, you have the University of Basel, University of Geneva, Polytechnic of Lausanne, Federal Polytechnic of Lausanne. There are a lot of universities. In Lugano, there's a lot of universities. So choose the university that is best for you. The other one is language requirement. Even if you're coming for a PhD or a master's program, they need you to write the IELTS exams before you are given admission. Yes, Switzerland is not an English-speaking country, but they offer a lot of master's and PhD programs. There are minimum degree programs that are offered in English language, but if you're coming for a master's or a PhD, there are a lot of programs that are offered in English language. And for you to be able to get that admission, you need to prove that you understand and you speak English, and this is by writing the IELTS exam. to come into Switzerland or to start your application process. The next thing is start your application process on time. We are in March now, so if you're thinking to come to Switzerland or any country to study for your master's program that is starting in September, you need to have started looking at schools, looking at courses, looking at tuition fee, looking at the visa process before now. So if you have not started, this is the right time for you to start all those things. So another one is eligibility and admission requirements. Make sure you are eligible. Make sure you are eligible before you start your admission process. I know a lot of people that have sent me something like, oh, when do I went to Polytechnic, can I come to do masters in Switzerland? It depends on what you're going for. Every schools differ. Some schools take Polytechnic certificate in Nigeria. Some schools do not accept Polytechnic certificate. Most schools actually do not accept Polytechnic certificate. So if you have a HND or an OND and you're thinking you can come to Switzerland to come and do your master's program, check with the school to see if you're eligible, or send them an email. They will reply you to tell you if you're eligible to do that program or not. Don't start your admission process and later you say, oh, you were denied admission or you were denied a visa. Check if you're eligible before you start the process. So the other one is tuition fee and scholarship. Switzerland has a lot of scholarship program. If you're thinking to come to Switzerland, there are Swiss Government Excellence Scholarship Program. They offer scholarship to international students. So you can apply for this scholarship program. If you're looking for school, just make sure that you look for school that offers the scholarship program and apply for them. And the tuition fee in Switzerland can vary from 500 to 2,000 Swiss francs. You don't have to go to the UK and pay 18,000 pounds just to get the same master's program qualification that you would get from Sweden, that is free master's program, from Switzerland that pay as low as 500 Swiss francs. Remember, you are only allowed to work between 15 to 20 hours once you are studying. And when you are on holiday, you can work full-time in Switzerland. So if you're paying tuition fee that is 500, you can be able to cover your tuition fee and your feeding and have extra money when your tuition fee is low. There is nothing that stresses if you know that your mother in Nigeria has borrowed money from microfinance bank and you have to be sending money to her to exchange for you. It is going to cause stress on your family. It's going to cause stress on you. So look for a school that the tuition fee, it is very low. There are a lot of those universities in Switzerland here. So just type federal universities in Switzerland. It will bring you the list of all the federal universities and their tuition fee. Then you go through it and you will understand, and you know that you don't have to take money from people to be able, or you're here studying and they're sending you tuition fee from Nigeria. You're going to kill your parents. You're going to kill your sponsor. You're going to render them bankrupt. So for this not to happen, you need to make sure that you go for schools that you are able to pay your tuition fee yourself. So another one is cost of living. Yes, Switzerland is expensive, but the minimum wage in Switzerland, it is very, very high. If you're someone that is not a professional, the minimum wage is between 23 to 27 Swiss franc, depending on the job you are doing. So your cost of living is going to be high because the standard of living is high. But when you have a job here, one job can keep you afloat. If you have the energy to keep up with 2, 3, 4, 5 jobs, you can do your thing and make your money and have a decent living. But at least budget 1,300 for your accommodation, your feeding, your transportation, depending on where you live. If you live in Zurich City, just to get the Zurich city card is 115 or 120 Swiss franc. So that one is on the side. So if you get an accommodation that is taking 700 or 800 for a room accommodation in the city, I'm talking about Zurich where I live. Remember, Zurich is very expensive. So if you're paying that, then for feeding, you're able to cut your coat according to your size. You go to cheap shops like Aldi, like Lidl. You're not going to cope to go and buy bio product and spend all your money on feeding. As a student, you need to be able to eat bread and drink gari till you get your foot in, okay? So cost of living, make sure you budget at least 1,300 to 1,500, depending on where you're living, to keep you afloat. So these are some of the nugget I want to give to you. So if you're considering to study for a master's or a PhD program, consider countries that suit you, and the tuition fee is something you can keep up with. Don't be flying to the UK. There are no jobs again. In fact, there is inflation. all over the world. So stop running to countries that you're going to incur a lot of debt and you cannot pay back. My cousin was saying to me, if he has his opportunity, he will go back to Nigeria. I told him, you're not going to Nigeria back, because when you were in Nigeria, when people abroad explain to you the stress that it takes them to make a pound or a dollar, you don't appreciate it. So you have to stay there, work, and make it work for you. So this is what I brought to you, and I hope this interests you. And if you're trying to look for school, look at Switzerland. You will enjoy it, you will love it when you come here. And if you come here and you're able to get a job after your study, you won't want to leave or move to any other country. So I'm going to end it here till I come to your screen again. My name is Wendy. God bless you, and bye.